We have Bethany Hoffman.
I waive my time to Terrence Owens.
Next, we have Terrence Owens.
Mayor, Council. First, I'll just kind of introduce myself since we've got such a crowd here. My name's Terrence Owens. I'm a citizen of Hutto for 23 years, moved here in 2000 from East Texas. I love this community. I'm a graduate of Hippo Nation University, Hutto Citizens Police Academy, and Hutto Citizens University through the city. I have made it intentionally to make myself to be a beacon of life, of uplifting our community, doing the things, whether it's through social media, meeting people in their places, having conversations, listening to their stories, and sharing my story. May 25th, 2020, George Floyd happened. It changed the country, it changed the world, it changed this community because we had to take a point to reflect on the seriousness of that crime and the brutality of 8 minutes plus. We had to look inside ourselves and see, could we do better? June 9th, 2020, I contacted Patty Martinez as the school district had already put out a statement, and it was begging and asking the city to do the same, to come out and join in unity with the Hippo Nation to say this was wrong. July 2nd, a committee was started. A diversity and equity inclusion was started, and committee members were put on that committee. I want to acknowledge Onisha Williams, who was on that committee to begin with her fellow ladies who were willing to do the work. That failed. And now we sit here, August 31st. I want to emphasize, I love my community. This has been a hard week for me because I'm always happy. I'm always trying to uplift, always taking the side cheek or whatever you call it to still have conversation with people who I know do not like me. So the conversation got started on Black Families of Hutto. And I'm here to represent them because they feel like they're not being heard anymore. And the community doesn't feel like they're being heard anymore. I want to also acknowledge Pamela Rickle, who kind of started this conversation. This is my personal opinion, that every person who comes up here has the right to say what they want. And no one should initially criticize Nicole Calderon because she has a First Amendment right. She has what she wanted to say, even though, excuse me, Rudy, what did you have to say?
That's right.
Yes, sir, thank you. But that study was done in 1920. That particular experiment was sent in an email in 2017 to the Alabama House of Representatives in an email with an individual making a joke and him getting called out by the Black Caucus. So this is not the first time this has been brought up about the monkeys. So I don't necessarily blame Nicole because she has a story, she has a life, what she feels and her mother-in-law and her family does. But there's also a second story. Those bananas sat up there for 2 hours. We could not even see the mayor's face. When he spoke, we saw bananas. So I am calling out all the council members. The council members who thought it was okay for the bananas to sit in front of the mayor. I'm calling out the two African-American people that probably didn't feel like they could say anything.
Guys.
Lies? Did somebody say lies?
Guys.
Your town,
You
you
go.
have the right to do it.
That's right.
And I'm going to say this, and she doesn't know I'm getting ready to say this. That lady had to sit up here and look at these monkeys. That guy had to sit and look at these monkeys. You cannot tell me that after 2 hours of it, that the narrative had been changed. We have to do better. So as As the community I have spoken to at the Crown Act that had to have extra security because they were fearful. So I'm asking you tonight, because this is not my nature. I'm all happy-go-lucky, let's get along, let's find what brings us together. I'm always looking for the good in individuals. But I am asking this council for these things. One, I want a line item, we, the community, wants a line item in the budget for training for this council that has been required, been requested for over a year and a half. The community is asking for a liaison to be put to the diversity and inclusion, which, on further record, has not met since April and has not had a quorum for 4 months. And we wonder why no one wants to serve in our committees. Because in the end of the day, if you're not agreeing with one side or the other, the community will crucify you on social media.
Yes.
They certainly will.
I implore you, I am begging you to help this community heal. I was told that coming up here and speaking was just going to divide this community. People who know me, that is not my MO. I am all about being kumbaya, getting together, and having a good time. Please, the budget, all the other stuff, that's on y'all. Y'all do your job. But there is a soul and a morale in this community that is hurting. And if we do George Floyd and had conversations, but we're still here with the monkeys, you guys have a blind spot. And I think it's for your benefit and for this community to do the right thing and help heal the community and not divide. Thank you.